guys, how's everybody doing? Hope everybody's doing well. You know me, I'm Tom. Today's a sad day. And the reason why I'm saying that is that we lost one of our own. That's right, a prepper. Didn't realize it until I went to the estate sale yesterday. And what ended up happening is this. I saw an estate sale that had a lot of survival gear. Storage food, a lot of prepping gear, guns, you name it. Just a treasure trove of different articles and supplies and, you know, just things that preppers use and acquire for survival training or to survive or for storage. So what ended up happening is this. Is that I went over to this house and apparently all the relatives were there, including the wife, the mother, the son-in-law, and the kids. And once I got there, it was pretty obvious. It was a death in the family. So I started going through all his gear and all the different things that, you know, I saw online. And what kind of struck me kind of odd is this guy was really well prepared. Now, excuse me. He had food, storage food, 20-year shelf life. He had outbuildings full of water, paper towels, toilet paper, just stockpiles and stockpiles of stuff, ammo, weapons, different kinds of clothes, military gear, things of that nature. So, and I asked the relatives, you know, a little bit about him. You know, I was dressed in civilian clothing, obviously. So I said, how did he die? He died of a heart attack. He was a young man, and anyway. Once I told him who I was and that I'm on YouTube and I do S.H.T.F videos and I do off-grid farming and, you know, survival and, you know, I stockpile stuff myself, they kind of opened up to me. Sorry, I got an itchy nose. But anyway, what ended up boiling down to is what they had at the sale wasn't necessarily what they showed on Craigslist. So once she found out a little bit about me and saw my YouTube channel that I was legitimate, she goes, let me show you something. So she took me to a outbuilding, a shed way in the back, and it was packed full of unbelievable stuff. This guy was really getting serious. Water filtration systems, water pumps, all kinds of different military gear. He had a lot of military gear. The guy was a former Marine. So he was preparing for something, that's for sure. So since I can't do a 21 gun salute here in the house, obviously, here's one way I can honor this past soldier. To you, fellow prepper, I hope you're in a good place. I did buy a few things there, and in fact, I bought quite a few things. A lot of gear, a lot of his gear. He had some really nice gear. There was no doubt about it. He spent some good money on some really high quality stuff. So, it's just a shame. You know, you go through life preparing for so many different scenarios, and then God comes calling. There's nothing you can prepare for unless you're a Christian soldier that can prepare you for death. Now, I'm sure this gentleman had no idea that his time was coming, or his time came. hopefully he went peacefully. But that was something you can't prepare for, is the final days. Now, up until that point, I'm sure he had a lot of plans. His wife did share some of those plans with me. And when I told her I had an off-grid farm and, you know, I've been kind of doing this whole thing for 3 years, she became very interested. Apparently the whole family was involved in this gentleman's, you know, future plans. So, all I can say is, I'm sorry that we lost one of our own preppers today. I won't give out his name, because he wasn't public. He didn't have a YouTube channel. He wasn't on Facebook. This guy was a gray man. He was very quiet, very isolated. He just did his own thing with his wife and his kids. I met his kids too. They were good kids, a little boy and a girl. And when I told them that I was prepping too, and the little boy just came right up to me and just kind of hung with me. You know, like, you know, he was missing his dad. I know I'm not his dad, but you know, I think he saw some similarities there. So all I can say is my heart goes out to this family that they lost not only a husband, a son, but that we also lost, obviously, a really smart, well-prepared prepper too. So again, I salute all the preppers in the world to make this country great and safe. And you never know. When it's your time, go out with pride, and hopefully you'll be remembered for being a good man or woman, and that you've done some good in the world and you made an impact on people's lives. So, with that being said, again, it was kind of a solemn scenario for me. When I thought about it, after I was leaving the house, when I thought about it for a while, it kind of choked me up a little bit, because what if that was me? What would I, you know, how many people would be there looking at my prepping stuff and, you know, the off-grid farm and, you know, all the assets that I have collected, and, you know, what would people do with them? You know, just have an estate sale, sell off my gear, and then that's it? It made me think a lot. So I'm not sure exactly how that, I'm digesting that right now. So from this point on, I'm going to reevaluate a lot of things that I do. I'm not going to stop prepping, of course, but when it comes to associations and people, I'm going to reevaluate a lot of things, because I think people's legacies need to continue. That way, you know, that it's not all for naught. Okay? Guys, thank you, love you. And again, salute to this gentleman. Must be a fine Marine and also a prepper. And it goes out, and my heart goes out to this family and the kids. And I hope you're in a better place. God bless you, sir. Tom out of here.